Good morning, student. Today I am going to teach you about selfish giant. First of all, I welcome you to my class. Now, in this is the story of a giant who did not like children. So, and this is written by a very famous writer, Oscar Wilde. So, in this story, a giant was there who was very selfish. The giant garden was very beautiful. Children loved to play in it. Every afternoon, as they were coming from school, they used to enter the large, lovely garden with flowers and peach trees. But the giant was very selfish. One day, when he returned home after 7 years of stay with his friend, he saw the children playing in the garden. He shouted at them angrily, and they ran away. The giant decided not to allow anybody else to play there. So he built a high boundary wall around it. He also put up a notice that outsiders entering the garden will be punished. The poor children had no other place to go. They did not like to play on the dusty road full of stones. Then the spring came all over the country. Only in the garden of the selfish giant it was still winter. No flowers bloomed and no birds sang. The only visitor were the snow and the frost, which painted all the trees silver as they fall on it. The north wind rode there all day. It also asked the hailstone to come. The giant wondered why the spring passed by his garden. It was always winter there. One morning he heard some lovely music of a linnet songbird outside his window. He jumped out of bed and looked out. He saw a wonderful sight. The children had crept in through a hole on the wall. They were sitting on the branches of trees which gladly welcomed them with flowers. Only in one corner it was still winter. A small boy was wandering all around the tree and crying he was too small to climb up. The giant's heart melted. He went out in the garden. The children ran away on seeing him. The garden became winter again, but when he put the small boy up into the tree, it broke into flowers. The boy threw his arms round his neck and kissed him. Other children noticed the change in the giant's behavior. So they too came back. The giant knocked down the wall and started playing with them. He wanted to see the small boy whom he had put up into the tree, but he had gone away. Years went by, and when he grew old and weak, he realized that the children were the most beautiful flowers of the earth. One winter morning, he saw a tree covered with lovely white flowers and silver fruit. Under it stood the little boy. He came running close to the boy. He noticed 2 nail wounds each on the boy's arm and on the little feet, and he understood it was not an ordinary boy, but the Lord Himself, the Christ. He declared angrily that he would kill cruel man who had injured him. At this, the child told him that those were the wounds of love. He further told that he had come to take him to his garden, which was paradise. In the afternoon, the giant was found lying dead under the tree. So you can see this is a wonderful story written by Oscar Wilde, and you can see here how that selfish giant he had turned into a good person, and finally the Lord Himself came to take to him. So now I am going to do the explanation of the story. So the selfish giant, I'm going to read it. The giant garden was beautiful and children loved to play in it. The giant, who was selfish, built a high wall round his lovely garden. The children did not enter the garden thereafter, nor did spring and summer till the giant experienced a change of heart. Now, every afternoon, as they were coming from school, the children used to go and play in the giant's garden. So every afternoon, when the children they used to return back from school, they used to play and they used to go and play in the giant's garden. It was a large and lovely garden with soft green grass. Here and there, over the grass, stood beautiful flowers like stars. And children in the garden, they were over here and there, they were beautiful flowers like stars. And there were 12 peach trees that in the springtime broke out into delicate blossoms of pink and pearl. And children, there were 12, total 12 peach trees were also there in the garden. And in the springtime, they broke into delicate blossoms of pink and pearly shade. And in the autumn bore rich fruit. And in the autumn, there were rich fruits in the peach tree. The birds sat on the trees and sang so sweetly that the children used to stop their games in order to listen to them. How happy we are here, they cried to each other. One day the giant came back. He had been to visit his friend like Cornish Ogre. So one day children giant he went to visit his friend. He went to see his friend, and the name of his friend was Cornish Ogre, and had stayed with him for 7 years. And children, when he went there, he stayed for too long. He stayed for 7 years. When he arrived, he saw the children playing in the garden. So when he arrived, he saw the children playing in the garden. What are you doing here? He tried in a very gruff voice, and the children ran away. So, what are you doing? He cried in a very gruff voice, and the children ran away. Okay, now let me tell you about something about his friends Cornish Ogre. Cornish Ogre are a giant of Cornwall in the United Kingdom. Ogre in legends and fairy story, a cruel giant who eats people. So Ogre are those type of giants. They're very cruel and they love to have human flesh. They eat people who in common used a very frightening person, and children they are in the common person they think that they are very frightening persons. Gruff is rough. Gruff is rough. Now page number 18. So when one day he came from his friend house, the Cornish Ogre, and had stayed with him for 7 years. When he arrived, he saw the children playing in the garden. What are you doing here? He cried in a very gruff voice, and the children ran away. Now, he started telling, my own garden is my own garden, said the giant. Anyone can understand that, and I will allow nobody to play in it but myself. So he told that he will not allow anybody to play in the garden except himself. So, children, now he had decided that he will not allow anybody to play in the garden except himself. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Okay. So, what he had written in his garden, trespassers will be prosecuted. So, what is the meaning of trespassers? children. Trespassers. What is the meaning of trespassers? Those who enters anybody's property or land without permission, and prosecuted means punished. Okay. So he is telling those who will punish in my land, they will be punished. Okay, they will be punished. So he has put a notice in his garden that those who will enter in his garden by force, he or she will be punished. He was a very selfish giant. Now children, that giant was not a good person. He was very selfish giant. The poor children had now nowhere to play. Now there was no any place where the children could go and play. They tried to play on the road, but the road was very dusty. So children, they went to road to play, but that road was very dusty and full of hard stones, and the road was full of hard stones, and they did not like it. They used to wander round the high walls when their lessons were over and talks about the beautiful garden inside. How happy we were there, they said to each other. So, how happy we were there, they said to each other. Then the spring came, and all over the country there were little blossom and little birds. Only in the garden of the selfish giant it was still winter. The birds did not care to sing in it, as there were no children, and the trees forgot to blossom. And then the spring came, and all over the country there were little blossoms and little birds. Only in the garden of the selfish giant it was still winter. The birds did not care to sing in it. So everywhere it was very cold. Everywhere it was summer, but in his garden there was winter. The bird did not care to sing in it. No bird came to sing in his garden to sing. And the worst thing was that there were no children in the garden. So in the garden there were no children also. So now the poor children, they don't have to play anywhere. They tried to play on the road, but the road was very dusty and full of hard stones. So children, now they have to play at the road, which was very dusty, and they did not like it. They used to wander around the high walls, and when their lessons were over, and talk about the beautiful garden inside. How happy we were there, they said to each other. So children, they said to each other that they were very happy. Now then the spring came, and all over the country there were little blossom and little birds. So now children, the spring season came, and all over the country there were little birds and little blossoms. Small blossoms. Blossom is flower in the garden. Only in the garden of the selfish giant it was still winter. Now children, in the garden of selfish giant there was winter. So children, the bird did not care to sing in it, as there were no children. So even the bird did not came to sing there because there were no children, and the trees forgot to blossom, and the trees in his garden, it did not blossom. Once a beautiful flower put its head out from the garden, but when it saw the notice board, it was so sorry for the children that it slipped back into the ground again. Now children, a beautiful flower, once it rose, and when it put its head out from the grass, but when it saw the notice board, it was so sorry for the children that it slipped back into the ground again and went off to sleep. The only people who were pleased were the snow and the frost. The only people who children they were pleased were the snow and the frost. Spring has forgotten this garden. So children, spring season it had forgotten that garden. They cried, so we will live here all the year round. The snow covered up the grass with her great white cloak. Cloak is a long cloth. Okay. So children, the whole garden was covered with a long cloth. Okay, and went off to sleep. The only people who were pleased were the snow and the frost. Spring has forgotten this garden, they cried. So we will have here all the year round. The snow covered up the grass with a great white cloth, and the frost painted all the trees silver. Frost is the snow. So children, the whole in whole all the garden they were frost, which and the trees children which cover the snow, which frost means snow, which covered all everywhere, flower, trees, grass, on the ground, everywhere it was snow and it was very cold. So no children came to play in the garden. They cried, so we will live here all the year round. The snow covered up the grass with a great white cloth, and the frost painted all the trees silver. Then they invited the north wind to stay with them. So children, they invited the north wind to stay with them. And he came. He was wrapped in furs, and he rode all day about the garden. Now children, then the north wind came. He was wrapped up in furs, and he rode all day about the garden and blew the chimney pots down. And children, finally he blew the chimney pots down. This is a delightful spot, he said. And children, what did he said? He told this is a delightful spot, he said. We must ask Hall on a visit. So the Hall, so we must ask Hale on the visit. So Hale, all this, Hale is a children snowstorm. So he told he then they invited the north wind to stay with him. Then he came. Then he was wrapped in fur. So north wind also came and stayed with them. He was wrapped with furs, and he rode all day about the garden and blew the chimney pots down. And children, the chimney pots were blew down. Okay. So hail is a frozen ball of snow. Frost is the falling of a thin layer of ice on the earth. Cease means stop. Now, so they called hailed, they called a north wind in the garden, and children, north wind came with a fur of coat, and he rode all day about the garden and blew the chimney pots down. This is a delightful spot, he said. We must ask Hale on a visit. Now they told they invited Hale also. So the Hale came every day for 3 hours. He rattled on the roof. Rattle is made a harsh noise. What is the meaning of rattled? Rattle means made a harsh noise. So rattle means made a harsh noise, which rattled on the roof. It made a very hard noise on the roof. Till he broke most of the slate, and then he ran round and round the garden as fast as he could go. He was dressed in grey, and his breath was like ice. So he was dressed in grey, and his breath was like ice. I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming, said the selfish giant as he sat in the window and looked out at his cold white garden. I hope there will be a change in the weather, but the spring never came, but the summer, the autumn gave golden fruit in every garden, but in the giant's garden she gave none. So children, there was in the autumn, there was a beautiful peaches, golden fruits in all the garden, but in giant garden, the trees did not give any fruit because he was too selfish. She said. So it was always winter there, and the north wind and the hail and the frost and the snow danced about through the tree. So children, these three things were there in his country: winter, north wind and the hail and the frost, and the snow danced about there in the tree. One morning the giant was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. So one morning the giant was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. It sounded so sweet to his ear that he thought it must be the king musician passing by. Now children, that music was very much melodious. He thought that a king musicians passing by it. It was really only a little linnet singing outside his window. But it was so long since he had heard a bird singing in the garden that it seemed to him to be the most beautiful music in the world. Then the hail stopped dancing over his head and the north wind ceasing rising, and a delicious perfume came to him through the open casement. Now children, a delicious not only the beautiful music came to him, a delicious perfume came through the open casement. I believe the spring has come at last, said the giant, and he jumped out of bed and looked out. So now children, some question answer. Who is the giant and why was the giant called selfish? So giant was called selfish because he wanted to keep his garden reserved only for himself. He banned the entry for outsiders there. In both the case, the children are referring. So now question number 2. On one occasion, the children said, "How happy we are here." So on one occasion, what did the children said? How happy we were there. Later they said, "How happy we were there." What are they referring to in both the cases? So now the question. No. Question number 2. On one occasion, the children said, "How happy we are here." Later they said, "How happy we are there." So what are they referring to in both the cases? So children, in both the cases, the children are referring to the giant's garden. In the first sentence, they said that they are enjoying in the giant's garden, but in the second sentence, it is beyond their reach. Third, when spring came, it was still winter in the garden. What does winter stand for or indicate here? Winter indicate that flower did not bloom in the giant's garden. The birds did not sing. There was no sign of joy and greenery. So now third 2. Winter has been presented like a story with its own characters and their activities. Describe the story in your own words. So children, first, winter indicate that flower did not bloom in the giant's garden. The birds did not sing. There was no sign of joy and greenery. Now, second question of question number 3. Winter has been portrayed as destroyer. It has its own characters. Snow and frost are the most prominent factors. Trees have been covered with white cloth. The trees look lifeless. North wind has come to stay there permanently. Hail is settled on the roof. Fourth, now the giant felt sad to see the state of his garden. Different season brought no change in it. Fifth, so what was the giant? Why was the giant happy or sad over the state of the garden? The giant felt sad to see the state of his garden. Different season brought no change in it. Now, what effect did Leonard's song have over hail and the north wind? As an effect of the Leonard song, the hail stopped dancing over his head. Similarly, the north wind ceased roaring. Okay. So, this was the question and answer. And now the second part. To celebrate the return of the children, trees covered themselves with birds and blossom. In this part, children, we will see how the giant was transformed. The giant was delighted to see his friends back, especially a little boy whom he loved dearly. The little boy soon disappeared, only to return much later. Though he saw a most wonderful sight. Through a little hole in the wall, the children had crept in, and they were sitting in the branches of the tree. In every tree there he could see there was little child, and there was a little child. So now children, the giant he called all the children and through a little hole in the wall the children had crept in, and they were sitting in the branches of the tree. In every tree that he could see there was a little child, and the tree were so glad to have the children back again, and they had covered themselves with blossoms. Above the children head the birds were flying about and twittering with delight, and children the birds were flying high, and they were twittering with delights, and the flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. It was a lovely scene. Only in one corner it was still winter. It was the farthest corner of the garden. So only in the one of the part of the garden it was still winter, and that was the farthest corner of the garden. And in it was standing a little boy, and in that portion a little child was standing. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree, and he was wandering all round it, crying bitterly. Now children, that child, he wanted to climb on the branches of the tree, so he was roaming around the tree and crying bitterly because he was not able to climb on the tree. And he was wandering all round the tree, and he was crying very badly. He was crying bitterly. The poor tree was still covered with frost and snow, and children, that portion of the tree was still covered with the frost and the snow, and the north wind was blowing and roaring above it. Moreover, the north wind was also blowing and roaring over the tree. "Climb up, little boy," said the tree, and it bent its branches down as low as it could, but the boy was too tiny. Now children, when the tree saw that the boy was crying, it bent its branches about itself, and he said, "Climb up, the little boy." But the boy was too small, he could not climb. And the giant heart melted. And the giant was watching all this thing. His heart was melted. And he looked out. "Hello, selfish. How selfish I have been." Now children, he looked out from the window, and he started, a feeling came to him that he had been so selfish that even due to his selfishness, a small child is also crying. He said, "Now I know why the spring would not come. Here I will put that poor little boy on the top of the tree." Now he is telling, "I know that why the spring are not coming here, and I will put that poor little boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall, and my garden shall be in the children's playground forever and ever." Uh, he was really very sorry for what he had done. Now children, he told that he was really very sorry for what he had done. So he crept down a stair and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden. So children, he opened the front door very softly and he went to the garden. But when the children saw him, they were so frightened that they all ran away. And when all the small children, they saw him, they were so scared that they all ran away. And the garden became winter again. And children, when the children ran away, there was a winter in the garden once again. Only the small boy did not run out. That a small little child could not run, for his eyes were so full of tears. His eyes were full of tears. He was crying that he did not see the giant coming. And the giant stole up behind him and took him gently in his hand and put him up into the tree. So now children, the giant stole up behind him and took him gently in his hand and put him high up into the tree. And the tree broke at once into blossom, and the tree, children, broke into blossom. The moment he had put the child into the tree, there was a beautiful blossom came on the tree, and the tree broke at once into blossom, and the birds came and sang out. Into all the different birds, they started coming and they started singing. And the little boy stretched out his two arms and flung them round the giant's neck. Now children, that small child, he put his small tiny arms into the giant neck and he started and kissed him. And the other children, when they saw that the giant was not wicked any longer, they came running. Okay, so when they saw that the giant was not wicked any longer, they came running. With them, children, what came? The winter came. So with this, children, I end my video here, and in my next part I will be continuing the rest of the story. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.